Hi guys, welcome to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to do almost a full face of Maybelline products. I have most of the products, I'm only missing a couple of them, and I'll let you know which one those are. So the main star to the show is going to be this new palette from Maybelline, and it's called the Burgundy Bar. And I purchased this about a week ago through Amazon, and it looks beautiful, guys. Look at the shades. It is a warm palette. It has a lot of browns and golds and burgundies. It's really, really pretty. So if you want to see how I created this look, stay tuned and let's get started. 90% of what I'm going to put on my face is going to be Maybelline. Now, I had a rough night. I didn't get much sleep last night, so you can certainly tell I need a lot of help today. So I've already moisturized my face. I also primed my face because I don't have Maybelline moisturizer or primer. The primer that I use is L'Oreal, and it's Visible Lift Radiance Booster. It's the first time that I use it, so it's supposed to brighten, a brightening primer, 24-hour hydration. So let's see how that works. I need all the help I can get today. And on my eyes, I use the Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless primer. And this is just a clear primer. It comes out like a creamy white, but it doesn't have any kind of shade, but it does work really well. This is a great primer. It does keep your shadows from creasing. I'm not sure if Tarte still sells it. I know that for a while there, this was in the clearance section, so I'm not sure. I've had this for a while, but any primer will do. And today, the special guest is going to be the Burgundy Bar palette, and I just got this recently. I haven't used it. This is the first time, and I really hope that it works because my last review of Maybelline eyeshadow palette was not a very good one, and I really hate to be negative because I really do love the Maybelline products, but I just feel like the last one, the Lemon Craze, wasn't anything that I really enjoyed. So let's get started. I'm going to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. It's number 220 in Natural Beige. And this may be a little dark on me because I purchased this when I went to the beach last year and my skin was a little darker, but I think I should be able to make it work. And let's get started. And this is supposed to be a medium to full coverage. It does a pretty good job of hiding the dark spots in my face. It's the only Maybelline foundation that I own. And I usually just put some on my blender. And this is the Aesthetica blender, makeup blender. And you can get this at on Amazon. And it's very, very reasonably priced. And it's a great blender. It'll last forever. It's very similar to the Beauty Blender. I'm very happy with it. It's easy to keep clean. It's soft, but not super soft that you feel like it's not, you know, pushing your foundation into your skin. So I'm very, very happy with it. And it's only like, I think it's like $7.99. So it's very affordable. And it'll last you a long time. The Real Techniques is really good also, but it doesn't last so much on me. It ends up, you know, falling apart. So I like this one. This one really doesn't fall apart on me. After a while, I feel like it gets, you know, that when you rinse it out, it kind of stays flat. So that's when I know it's time to replace it, but it will last months. So I think I did a pretty good job of hiding my dark circles, my spots. Well, not so much the dark circles. We have to work on that. But the spots on my face on the foundation doesn't seem to be too dark. Seems to be working okay. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And this is supposed to be one that is more like a corrector because it's got like a pinky shade. So I'm going to use a little bit of that underneath. my eyes right here because I do have really dark circles today. And then I'll use the regular concealer on top of that. This line of concealers is so nice. It really applies really beautifully under your eyes. It doesn't really crease any more than any other concealer creases on me, and it's so affordable. Ulta has them on sale all the time. You can always buy one, get one half off. They always have good buys. Let me close my foundation before I end up wearing it. So now I'm going to use the regular concealer, and again it's the Age Rewind by Maybelline, and this is let me see the shade. Ooh. I can't see the shade, guys. I've had it for a while, so this sticker is kind of worn off. But I usually try to go for a little lighter than my skin tone, but not a lot lighter. If I feel like if I go too light, then my under eyes look super white. I'm going to use a little bit also on my lids so that it helps the shadows. It helps hide some of the imperfections that I have on my lid, lightens them up a little bit. And I think that helps because I have one lid that has like a spot right there that is very hard to cover with shadows. So I feel that if I have a lid primer that doesn't have a shade that is clear, I really need a little bit of concealer to help hide all of that. So I really don't feel like I need concealer anywhere else. So this is going to do the trick. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. And this powder is really nice. I really do enjoy it. This is Loose Finishing Powder. And mine is Fair Light. They don't have a translucent, so I try to go for as light as I possibly could. I think this is the second lightest shade in the line. So I'm going to put just a little bit under my eyes. It really doesn't have a scent, but it's very nice. It does a good job of keeping your makeup in place all day. And I'm just going to go lightly over the rest of my face just to set everything. Alright, so I don't have, in this palette, I don't have a matte white or light beige shadow, so I'm going to use from my Tarte palette just to set my primer, this one right here. So you can see I really like it because I've hit pan. But that's the only shadow that I'm going to use that is not in the palette that I'm using today. You can use any kind of a fluffy brush, whatever you want. I usually use this one as a two-sided Real Techniques brush. I use the bigger side for my highlighter, and then this one I usually just use to set my lid. Alright, so now we're going to start with the shadows. I really don't know what to do. I haven't really planned anything. Most of this palette is it's got some kind of shimmer in it. I only see these two right here as being matte. So I guess I'm going to start with this one right here in my crease. It's like a taupe. Not too dark, it's nice for the crease. It feels creamy going in the, on the eyelid. Not a lot of powder, I don't see any fallout, so far so good. I know I just started, but usually you can tell as soon as you start using the shadows if it's going to be something that is going to be hard to work with or not. And right now it feels very creamy. I don't have any fallout. So that's a good sign. All right, now the other color that we have here that is not a shimmer, it's a dark brown. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that. It's this color right here. Let me see if it gives me the shades. Not really, it is so tiny back there that if it does give me the shades, I can't see it. I just wanna darken the outer V. Very nice, very pigmented, very creamy. It blends very easily. So with a clean brush, I'm just gonna blend everything together. Same on the other eye. Concentrating most of the color on the outer V, on the edge right there. And the rest of it just blend a little bit into the crease. And just blend everything with another brush. The other eye seems to be a little darker, so I don't have any additional product on the brush. I'm just putting on there what was left. All right, so now I want to use one of these burgundies. Let me swatch them and see which one I like better. Oh, this one's more like a purpley. This one, it has more pink in it, and this has more purple in it. I think I'm gonna go with the one that has the pink. I think brown and pink look so pretty. So I'm going to do it on the inside of the outer V, kind of like in the middle of the lid, blending into the brown. That is very, very pretty. I have no fallout, guys, none at all. This is really good. And you just need to dip a little bit into the palette. And it, you know, there's a lot of pigmentation in these shadows, so that's a lot different from my last experience. So this is very nice. Once again, let's blend. So far, so good. Let me get the first color that I used and kind of like go over it over here, since I seem to have lost some of it. A little bit of the brown. I'm going to go into the lower lash line with the brown. A little bit of the brown and the burgundy together. I just dipped it lightly in both. The very tip of the brush. I don't like to put a lot of red under my eye because to me it makes it look like I'm sick or I have pink eye or something. So just a little bit. Blend it with the brown, looks nice. And now I'm going to try some kind of a shimmery look on the inner part of my lid, and I think I'm going to go with this one. That's pretty. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush This is one from Wet n Wild. So very inexpensive. I think it's like $1. You can find it anywhere they sell Wet n Wild. I think I got mine at Walgreens, but I know that Target sells Wet n Wild. So does Walmart. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my finger because it's really not coming off on the brush. Much better. See the difference? It's really coming off on the finger. This one feels a little dry in the palette when you dip into it. It doesn't feel as creamy as the other ones that I used, but it's okay. It's got a little bit of shimmer, so I'd rather not, you know, it's better if it doesn't go all over the place. Let me try this lighter one because it seems to, oh, this one is super light. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Just wish this one was a little more pigmented. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, now the other eye. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a little of that pink that I got to begin with in the center of the lid. Where's my brush? Here we go. And just kind of go over it because I lost a lot of it when I put that lighter shade on. So now with my blending brush, just kind of blend everything together so you don't have any harsh lines. I like that. Okay guys, now I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. And this is kind of like one of those that it's not like a little pointy tip. It's like, I don't know. It's a little thicker. And then it's got the little brush at the end. I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, my brows are done. I was looking in the mirror. I still feel like my eye look, I don't know, it doesn't have enough of a pop. So I'm gonna use this. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo. I'm hoping it's not too dark. It is the eye chrome and it's like a shimmer, liquid shimmer that you put on your eyes. And this is really pretty. So I'm gonna try a little bit of this on the inner side of my lid and let's see how this turns out. Okay, so let's try this on the eye. I'm gonna use the shader brush to help me spread it around. So I'm just gonna use a little bit right here. And this looks really pretty on. And once it dries, it stays put, guys. It doesn't go anywhere. So this looks really pretty on the inner side of the lid like I'm using. Or if you use it in the middle of your lid to give it a pop of color. Now the only thing is this color is a little deeper than I wish it was. I thought I had a lighter shade, but I couldn't find it. So maybe I don't have it in other brands, but not in Maybelline. I'm gonna have to go over the Burgundy because I kind of just messed it up. See if I can do it with a finger. It's drying out on me already. Let me try to wet it a little more. Once it dries, it's very hard to get it to go anywhere or do anything. There we go. This is very pretty. So let me go over a little bit with the burgundy color. to kind of replace what I took off here. And see, once it dries, you can go over with regular shadow and it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup with the same beige color that I used in the beginning and just go under my brow bone and kind of around the edge just to clean up anything. But you know, the one thing, there was not any fallout whatsoever. I haven't wiped anything off and I really don't have any fallout. That's great. I mean, I have to say that the quality of these shadows are a lot better than the Pink Lemonade Craze. They're not super buttery when you put them on, but they are softer. They do blend a lot better than the other ones did. I'm just doing a little bit of touch-up now. And it's definitely something that I will keep using. I really like this palette. Very nice. Okay, so now for some mascara. Okay, the only mascara that I have from Maybelline is this Colossal. And this is a sample that they send me free when I order the Lemonade Craze palette. And I wasn't too crazy the first time I used it, but I'm going to use it again. Sometimes with mascaras, they work out better once they've been open for a while. So let's see how it does today. It's very scented and it's not a pretty scent. I guess it smells like mascara, but very strong. So this is one coat. Feels a little dry, and I usually do like drier mascaras because I feel like I don't make as big of a mess and it doesn't clump on your eyelashes. But this one just feels like a little too dry. Like there's very little product on the brush. Maybe because it's you know, it's not a full size, I don't know. But to me, if they can make, did I get some on my, got some on my eyelid. What would a makeup look be without mascara on your eyelid? It just wouldn't be complete. Can't tell. Did I get it on my eyelid? Oh no. I'm still not crazy about it. Like I said, it just feels like, I mean, it does a great job of separating your lashes, but it feels like there's no product on the wand. I don't know. I mean, you would think that the deluxe samples or deluxe size would be just as good as a regular one, because if you try a deluxe size and you don't like it, you're not gonna go buy the full size. But this just, it's not really working for me. So let me do the bottom lashes really quick, because I think this is about as thick as they're gonna get. And I normally don't use regular mascara on my lower lashes, but I didn't bring my other one with me, so I didn't pull it out. And then we'll know if it's good enough for your lower lash line. Is it gonna smudge? Is it gonna flake? Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, so I don't have a bronzer, a Maybelline bronzer, so I'm gonna use my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. And everybody knows about the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula because it's a great affordable bronzer, smells amazing. To me it's perfect because it's not too dark, it's not too light. You don't really overdo it. I don't put a lot, I just do a little. And I do very little out here because my forehead is really kind of small, so I do a little bit on my neck to kind of blend everything together. Okay, I do have a Maybelline Fit Me blush. It's number 25. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that. It's a very light, pretty neutral pink. I like shades like this because then really there's very small chance of overdoing it. So I put it right above my bronzer. See how pretty that is? Very nice. It's matte. It doesn't have any shimmer at all. Very pretty. All right. And then the highlighter that I'm going to use is also my Maybelline, and it's the Master Chrome, and this is the pinky one. The shade is Rose Gold. Molten Rose Gold. I also have the gold one, and that one's also very beautiful. Okay. Can we please open? Why is some of these makeup containers so hard to open? So where is my brush? I'm just gonna grab a little because I don't know how intense this is. And I usually do my highlighter back here. I really don't go in the front because I have enlarged pores, and I find that a lot of the highlighters will just make the pores more visible. I don't even see it. Do you guys see anything? Maybe it's the lighting, but I don't want to overdo it. I don't want people from the moon to be able to see me, but maybe, let's see. I don't know, don't see it. Here we go. Very pretty. I think it's nice. I think it's nice and subtle. Make sure that you blend it in, especially for a daylight look. Put a little bit of my Cupid's bow. And now for lipstick. Okay, the lipstick that I'm going to use is Maybelline. It's number 660 and is Touch of Spice. This is a color. It's very beautiful. I love Maybelline lipsticks. I think they have beautiful shades. Definitely have a huge selection. And they stay on, you know, they go on like butter on your lips, and they stay on. They have a very long staying power. So I am going to use a lip liner. I don't have a Maybelline lip liner. This is Essence. And the color on this is Satin Mauve, number 6. All right. Okay guys, this is a finished look. Now I don't have a setting spray from Maybelline, so I'm going to use the one from Loreal. I'm sorry, Milani. Make It Last. I love that setting spray. It's very, very nice. So this is it. This is my finished look. I hope you like it. Let me scoot you back. I like this palette. I really do. I think it's a much, much better quality palette than the Lemonade Craze. The powders are still kind of like on the dry side, but they definitely are pigmented and they blend very well. While the other palette, I had a very hard time blending the colors together. This will blend. Now I wish you had a couple more matte colors in there. Like this one here, I wish it was matte. Which I guess, I don't know, it's more like a satin. It looks kind of matte, but let me show you. It's a satin color, so see, it's got a little bit of glow. So I wish there were a few more mattes, but it's beautiful. I like it. Definitely something that I will enjoy having in my collection and, you know, using again over and over. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.